Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Kasturi from Unilever Food Solutions, which is one of the leading food service providers globally. Our presenter today is the head culinary chef experience advisor of Unilever Food Solutions, based in KZN, Chef Craig Williams. Today, he will be chatting to you about trends and insights. In this exclusive 30-minute webinar, Chef Craig will discuss how the events of 2020 and 2021 have reshaped the flavor trends and the future. So just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box. Chef will answer them after the presentation. Chef will also be running a poll during his session, and he would really appreciate your participation. Now, without any further ado, we will turn our time over to Chef Craig.
Right. Good afternoon, all. Apologies for the late start. We just had a little bit of technical issues, but I hope you can hear us loud and clear. Thank you, Kasturi, for the intro. And yeah, welcome to everyone that's here today. Just a little bit about trends and insights. They're ever-changing, carrying on, the way the world's moving today. And this is not to give you all the insights and all the trends that are currently happening in the place. It's just to give you an idea of, and give you some ideas of how to use them and going forward and using them in your menus when you create them. So yeah, we'll start with the first one, which is called plant-based. Plant-based is getting quite big. People are asking more and more looking for alternative proteins. And they're saying about 28% of people are looking for, so it's quite a lot of people looking for alternative protein. As you know, vegan is getting bigger and bigger as we speak. I must admit the prices and accessibility to vegan food is becoming more and more. So, which is also fantastic to hear. And then a lot of people are asking for zero eggs. There are some alternatives which are made from monk beans. Aquafaba is the chickpea drained from the tin, which you can use. And then flax seeds are also quite, very trendy. You mix the crushed seed in with a bit of water and you fry it up. And they're actually very, very tasty. Another one that I've seen that's coming quite popular is made from the seeds. The Kojak plant is obviously, you can make noodles from it, you can make sponge and flour, and then even jelly can be made from it as well. So the next thing is pizza and pizza. They are going nowhere. They're here to stay. So yeah, obviously sourcing local, use those toppings and shout it out and put it on your menu or even on your special board, etc. As we all know, vegan and gluten-free options are very important to have on your menus. Customized flavors. Try and come up with your own little signature, maybe put a twist to it, like Indian sauce or South Asian spices, sweet and sour, maybe a little bit of savory. There's a lot of things you can. And I actually had a pizza the other day that had a sweet barbecue sauce with it, and it was absolutely delicious. And then don't forget the crunch. And even maybe on your menus, you can say with double crunch. So yeah, experiment and look for those kind of things. I had a pizza the other day someone took one of just normal crisps and sprinkled it on just before they served it. And it was actually delicious. Another trend, which is also getting quite big, is pickling and fermenting. Obviously this is from the gardens to the jars is a simple way of putting it. Make what's in season, and then also you preserve your pickles and brines, obviously in brine and vinegar. A lot of fruit has been pickled and vegetables. The bagel, the whole with the roll. I had one the other day which had caramelized onions, pickled pepper juice, and served with bacon and egg. And your mise en place is basically done. And all you have to do is just fry your egg and your bacon, and you've got a beautiful dish. As we all know, deliveries are definitely up. Take-home meal kits have really kicked off quite a bit. People finish off the dish at their home, which is a form of entertainment as well. I think also online ordering, as we know, is up about 60%. And I think this is where you go, if you have a restaurant or an establishment that is serving takeaways, this is where you have to change your game to win. And yes, packaging is important. Remember that people are transporting your product, so you want it to be as fresh as possible when they get it. So, yeah, and just the last little thing on there is mental wellness. It's okay not to be okay. And Kasturi will put into the chat there, we have a whole toll-free line on Fair Kitchens, which is fairkitchens.com. She'll put in the details there as well. Okay. So, yeah, let's get those takeaways out there. Another thing that is really, really growing, and I've seen it when, being a travel and going visiting people, etc. Celebrations are becoming, people are looking to celebrate. They want, it's not about so much the presents, it's about being different. And obviously with COVID, etc., the big cakes have been blown away, and obviously smaller mini desserts and snacks is coming back. And obviously the fancy little cupcakes are definitely coming back. And obviously little maroons and Cameroon and, all these little things. And I think when you're looking at experience and memories, I think you've got to look at like something different. Like some of the things I've listed here is the rooftop picnic, on the beach dining, maybe a wine cellar dinner. Eating with your pets could be an experience people would pay for. And then obviously taking your golf courses and using them after hours and putting little picnics together and giving guys golf carts and let them go in, and you have a beautiful from 6 and watch the sunset, etc., etc. Like I mentioned, it's not about the presents, it's about the people wanting social media photographs, etc., so they can make it memorable and they want that experience. So there's a huge thing here that is uncapped. Well, you can take it and expose it is in the celebrations part, and people will pay for this. And so it's something just to keep in the back of your mind when you're looking at something different. Yeah, here's a big concern. Food waste. I was just looking at some of the numbers and stats regarding food waste, and it is quite incredible. A third of our product that we globally is wasted. I mean, that is a huge number. And then when it comes to food waste, the green gases, just on green gases, when you talk about the landfill, about 10% of that is coming from food. And then when it comes to food waste, I could not believe that bread, milk, cheese, potatoes, and apples were the top 5 in the world, which makes you just thinking. These are very simple product bases which we use every day of our lives, basically, and we're throwing so much of this away. And it's not just 100 kilos, this runs into tons. So it's just something to keep in mind. Another little area that I see that's really, you see it on more and more menus is, immune boosting. I think it's also very relevant. I think these little shot glasses, I think you could put them on your buffets, etc., breakfast buffets. And there's a lot of, like broccoli, garlic, ginger, spinach, to name a few, almonds, turmeric, blueberries, and there are many more. And then obviously it's all you can do, non-alcoholic combos, etc. And it's just a couple that you could use. I like the lemon and basil mint. Rosemary and citrus was also sounded very nice. And honey and sage, obviously plum and basil. Thyme and lemon is an old favorite. And then ginger and basil was also very nice. And I do think serving them in different little jars, and it's very trendy, etc. And I really think, you could even have immune booster little live station if you wanted to in your function rooms, etc. So just something else to keep you aware of. This is another thing that's getting big, is locally sourcing. I was down in Cape Town and I went to a market there, and I could not believe the fresh produce that was being put on offer in this market. And I do think it does support the communities and farmers. It is fresher, and I'll tell you what, some of the stuff I tasted, There was an oyster mushroom, and they fried some up, and they made some biltong from it and dried it. But when I tasted it, it was unbelievable. That flavor of that mushroom came out. And then obviously seasonal, it'll be cheaper. And yeah, once again, try and eat local wherever you can. And I think another thing is put it on your menus. If you're sourcing a product, eggs, chicken, from local, put it on there, locally sourced. And I do think that will definitely support the guys in the community and the farmers. Here's another little trend that I've noticed. I'm not saying cauliflower is going anywhere, but yeah, they're saying cabbage is really the new cauliflower. But yeah, homemade sauerkraut, kimchi, the antioxidants it's also getting big. I see it on a lot of menus now as well. And obviously fresh cut cabbage, there's nothing better than that crunch, and you can put it into healthy salads and add it to that as well. And then a nice benefit is that it helps you, your skin, obviously it has for your tummy as well. And then it also lowers blood pressure as well. So keep that in mind as well. Whoops. Yeah, dairy free. This is also another thing when you're walking into coffee shops and you have the coffee machines, and you often see, the dairy free milks, and yeah, I know almonds a big one, but just in general, coconut, rice, oats, soya, and they're saying almond milk is up by 32%, which is huge. So a lot of people are asking for it. I'm not saying milkshakes and waffles are going anywhere. No. I still had a lovely lime milkshake on the weekend, which was amazing. Just some of the food trends that I picked up is dark chocolate is very much out there. Salted caramel is growing by the day. Raspberries is also. And then another one I found was orange. It's like the bitter and the sweet. So you can serve it in two different ways, which was, yeah, very interesting. And it's actually a nice flavor. Yeah. When you're doing the trends and insights, it's all about just keeping abreast with your customers out there, and also, just making sure, because they are getting demanding. They definitely are. Well, when it comes to dietary requirements, etc., they're speaking up. It's not with the days where you read a menu and basically, if there was nothing for you to eat off the menu, people would maybe just say to you, can I have some chips and a fried egg or whatever? And I think those days have definitely left us. But just remember, we love what you want to do and enjoy doing what you do. And make a difference in the industry. And we got a little a poll, or the questions, which I'll just quickly read through. Okay. Cool. The first question is, are the trends and insights important to you to create menus? There's a little thing you can answer yes or no. And the second question is, okay. Okay, and then all you do is go and choose a little round circle, choosing one of the blocks, yes or no. Okay, so we'll go to the next question. Is vegan becoming more popular in your industry? And there's also just a yes and no answer there. Okay. All right. And the last question is, are you getting more requests regarding dietary requirements? And that's also just a yes and a no. If you could pop those into the poll, please, and then just submit. Okay.
You just want to chat about your handout, your Instagram.
Yeah. So we'll put a handout in the chat now, and then we've also got my what do you call it, Instagram handle, which is we're going to put into the chat as well. And for those of you who could follow me, would be fantastic. And yeah, it's Kirsty's busy typing it in now. Is it Chef Craig Elliott? Cool. And then I think we could take a couple of questions if there are any questions. I can't see the Kasturi will let us know.
There is one question. Oh, it's not really a question. He's just saying hi, Chef.
Okay, no problem.
So no questions for now, Chef.
Okay, good. Just a couple of questions from my side. We just want to know if the sound was okay and the visual was all right. Could you see properly? We just want to see if the signal and that is all okay from our side as well.
Okay, Chef, we have a question here.
Yeah.
With everything going up, what do you think the operators should put in their menus?
Well, you know, I was looking at a couple of menus prior to this, and I do think what we have to do in the industry is you've got to offer value. And I think value comes with adding on like you could even put a little dessert and saying if you eat a main course and a starter or starter main, then you throw in a dessert. And it could be, yeah, people are really looking for value. You want to bring the guests back into your restaurants because a lot of people are going to stay away because they're going to be affected because of everything else that's going up. So they're going to try and save money, not going out to go into restaurants. So I do think specials are key and adding value. And even if it's a glass of wine or a beer with your main course, it's that kind of thing as well. Yeah, the other thing is, you know, when we're looking at mashed potato, yeah, you know, potatoes are getting so expensive. And we have a beautiful product is mashed flakes. So it's that kind of thing. Look for alternatives and see where you can substitute and where you can save money. So yeah, I would definitely add value to your menu. Definitely. Is there any other questions?
So one of the chefs is looking for the slides that you presented. It is attached as a handout, so you can download it.
Yeah. So yeah, all the slides are there, so you can download. Yeah, correct. Thank you, Cast. And then the Fair Kitchens, we've added that to the chat as well. Yeah, and please use it, guys. It's okay not to be okay. Yeah, and you have teams, spread the word. And yeah. And if I see we might have another question.
Is it easy to find some of the ingredients mentioned?
Yes, there's definitely, you can find a lot of the health shops, if you're battling to get it through your normal suppliers, just look at the health shops. You can go there and I guarantee you can find it. And if they don't have it, they will recommend where you could get it. So a lot of the stuff I put in the presentation is pretty much freely available.
Perfect. Thank you, Chef. Thank you for those wonderful insights.
Thank you, guys, and have a great afternoon. And we'll see you soon again. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.